It is a new world for us, for all of us. An age of scientific marvels.
So the Order 1886 is our first IP. For Radiate Dawn, it was something that we started a long time ago, actually way before we started the game even. We had ideas about what we wanted to do. The team and the company was built for this purpose. And the way that really the genesis of the whole thing happened a lot, like many years ago, when we decided to take some of the things we liked about like stories we wanted to tell. In this situation, you know, we really hearken to the fact that some of the best stories ever told are part of our history. You can write great things in fiction, but if you really look at our history, there's some amazing things that have happened. And we decided to take some of those pieces and twist them, give people explanations for things that they think they know, and tell them, well, maybe that's really not what happened. And that started off this whole thing. And as the IP kept on building and the PS4 came around, we saw the perfect opportunity to bring our vision to a platform that could finally realize our vision in so many ways. Well, right now what we've shown through the trailer is really like our vision of an alternate London, what we call a neo-Victorian London. It's a time where humanity, it's the humanity you know in so many ways, but with a slight twist. All along the way in our past, things have happened to change our world into the world that we created in the Order 1886. And in here you see, for example, in the city of London, as you pass in front of the Thames River, you see spires in the sky that basically have searchlights. So you get a little more ominous, a little bit more of an ominous feeling, you know, into this kind of occupied type London. And airships in the sky that of course didn't exist at the time, but it gives an almost believable reality to it. People actually, you could probably sell that to people and be like, oh, maybe London was like that back then. And what we've done is that this game takes place after the Industrial Revolution, and that trigger that happens in our history is a trigger when man takes over in this war that has been going on for centuries. They take the upper hand by being able to build weapons, by having amazing technology that they use to fight a war that has been lasting for so long, but that they were losing all this time. It's a war that has been going on for centuries. I mean, I can tell you more than a millennia. And the way the whole thing started is that there is a trigger in our IP that changes the way humans, you know, go through their history, and that trigger brings about this war that starts small, you know, in one place, but then slowly starts growing around, you know, the world. And this game in particular is a window into that war. You know, we built an IP that really wasn't just a game, it was something much bigger, but what we want to give the players is really a window into it to make them understand what this whole thing is. So visually, you can definitely expect this out of the game as you play it. Actually, this is a cinematic in some ways, where it is a cinematic done in game, and that's what we're planning on doing. We plan on not having any seams between the cinematics that you find normally, you know, pre-rendered stuff that you see in a lot of games. We didn't want to do that. We didn't want to give the player this break that happens oftentimes when you're playing something, and then suddenly you stop because you get a different visual. The characters don't really match, although they're the same. We wanted to make sure that this experience was seamless. And it goes to everything. It goes to the way actually the world is viewed, the way the story evolves, the moment-to-moment gameplay. Everything is really built into this sequence of things that happen, rather than really this cut-up cinematic, long gameplay cinematic. We really wanted to make that experience much more seamless. The game is a third-person action-adventure game, and as you can see, there's definitely shooting elements in there, but there's some really cool twists on certain pieces of gameplay that we're adding in that we'll be talking about very soon. I'm Ru Weerasuriya from Radiate Dawn Studios, and I'm working on the Order 1886 for PS4, and you'll find out the release date pretty soon, I'm sure.